saying. Yep. You read the title correctly, guys. I am doing a rant on Shrek the Third. Came out 2007, the same year as Spider-Man 3, Ratatouille, Happily Ever After, Meet the Robinsons, Surf's Up, etc. So now, guys, basically what the plot is, takes place after Shrek 2 left off. Shrek and Fiona are just living their lives, and they're just trying to like sort just life in far, far away. But then Shrek's father-in-law, Fiona's dad, like sadly passes away, and he offers to Shrek to take over the next heir, and he thinks Shrek doesn't think it's a good idea, and he tells him to go find Fiona's cousin Arthur Pendragon, and he goes out to try and find him. But then a villain that was in the second movie came back from Prince Charming came back, and he fights these villains that are in a pub, and then Prince Charming decides to get his revenge and try to become the new king of Far, Far Away, and that's basically what the plot is. Now, guys, honestly, I actually hate this movie again. I'm sorry, but honestly, nowadays, I actually hate this movie again. Now, back in 2011, when I first watched, when I found out that Shrek the Third had a movie, I was like, oh, nice, Shrek the Third. And then in 2011, I hated this movie. Yeah, I hated this movie back in 2011. But then 8 years later, back in 2019, I decided to give this movie another chance. And honestly, I actually started to like this movie. But now 8 years later, or 6 years later, sorry, this year, honestly, I hate this movie now. Now I know I've said in a lot of videos that I actually still like Shrek the Third to this day. I don't think Shrek the Third deserves a hit, and I think it's underrated. But nowadays, I take all that back. I take all that back. I rewatched this movie like a month or two ago, and honestly, this movie does not age well. I'm sorry, but this movie does not age well at all. I actually hate this movie again. I'm sorry, but I just really don't like this movie again now. What can I say? Now, the storyline in this movie is really weak. I do not like the storyline. The animation is just... I don't like the animation. The animation was pretty bad, in my opinion. I do not like the animation. And, and the characters were great. Like Shrek, Donkey, and Puss in Boots. Honestly, I love these three characters. They were awesome characters in the third movie, in the first two movies. But honestly, in this movie, they were not that interesting. Honestly, they acted really stupid, and they were really annoying in this movie. Fiona was not interesting. Gingy was really annoying. And, Arthur Pendragon, honestly, I did not like this character. I'm sorry, but he's not a good character. But I do like the voice actor who voiced him, like Justin Timberlake. I do like Justin Timberlake. He's a great singer, but honestly, Arthur Pendragon, he was not interesting. And honestly, and another bad thing is that the Disney princesses were butchered in this movie. They butchered Rapunzel as well. They made Rapunzel the villain. Like, what the hell? Why would they make Rapunzel the villain? Rapunzel, I know this came out 3 years before Tangled, Disney's Tangled, but honestly, they've ruined Rapunzel in this movie. Like, Rapunzel was butchered. Like, why did they have to make her the villain? She wasn't even the villain in the original story. And honestly, they brought back Prince Charming, which really peed me off, because honestly, I absolutely hate Prince Charming. He's honestly the worst character in the Shrek franchise. I hate that they brought back Prince Charming. He's an awful villain. I never liked him in the I also hated him in Shrek 2 as well. I know some people liked him in Shrek 2, and some people hate him in Shrek the Third, but honestly, I don't like him in Shrek 2. I don't like him in either movies. He sucks in both of them. And honestly, I gotta say, no, I hate the scene. As Trump says, I hate this movie. I hate the scene in the movie where Shrek was having a night where he got back to the swamp, and then he sees an ogre baby, and then all these ogre babies comes up, and then he wakes up, and he says, Donkey, wake up, and then the baby, and he screams, and the baby goes, da, da, in a really deep voice. Honestly, I hate that scene. That scene was so freaking creepy for a kid's movie. The movie, on the DVD, it says rated U, but honestly, it should be said rated PG, because of that scene. That scene was too dark. Like, I had that scene scared some people when they were kids. Like, seriously. And there are a lot of people do hate this movie a lot, which I can totally understand why you hate this movie now. Honestly, I don't think there's one YouTuber that I know that likes this movie. I think my Puss fanboy likes this movie, which, if my Puss fanboy likes this movie, I can add his opinion. And I know my Bros Movie Fan 2016 likes this movie, which I can add his opinion, but, yeah. And honestly, this movie just does not make sense at all. Like, there were some events that were, like, forgotten, like, I will say, at least the dragon had a lot more screen time in this movie, because she was not even in Shrek 2 that much. Which, yeah. And honestly, you know, just one thing I didn't even know about this movie, Seth Rogen played in this movie. That's right, Seth Rogen played in this movie. He voiced that captain, you know, when the captain kept blowing that horn, and he says, "All aboard!" Yeah, honestly, that scene was just... Honestly, Seth Rogen, what were you doing in this movie? Why did you have to be in this movie? And... Yeah, and, it says on the DVD, on the Shrek the Third DVD, the best one yet. Honestly, that's a complete lie. Did they not really read the reviews? Shrek the Third is majorly hated by everyone. And yeah, yes, I am keeping this. I am going to keep Shrek the Third on DVD for the collection, guys. I'm not getting rid of it. I'm still keeping it for the Shrek collection. And honestly, I still hate Shrek. And honestly, I'm sorry to keep saying honestly, guys. This is honestly not anything to say, but anyway. And what else? Shrek the Third. Sorry, blow my nose. I've just stepped up my nose. Sorry. Shrek the Third. Honestly, this movie was actually really boring, in my opinion. This movie was pretty boring. And this Prince Charming musical number that they did at the end, honestly, I kind of find that cringeworthy nowadays. And he like screamed on top of his lungs, singing on top of his lungs and broke glasses. Honestly, that was freaking awful. Seriously, Prince Charming's singing voice was awful. Honestly, I do not like Prince Charming's singing voice at all. Yeah, and honestly, the scene. And the scene in the movie where the climax of this movie is not that interesting. Like, I did not like the climax that much. And the scene where like the Captain Hook like came in, and he said, well, if it isn't Peter Pan, and the woman says, but his name's not Peter. Shut it, Wendy. I said, honestly, that was really, 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 really stupid. In my opinion, I did not like that scene. And there's actually a video game of this on the DS. I actually used to play years ago. I will admit, I actually still like the DS game to this day. That's right. I actually still like the DS game of Shrek the Third. That is way better than the actual movie, in my opinion. The DS game of Shrek the Third, honestly, I will admit, it's actually not that. I actually still like the DS game of Shrek the Third, in my opinion. And yes, guys, and that review I did on this, I know I did a review on this movie last year, but honestly, I'm going to keep that review up. I'm going to keep my review on Shrek the Third uploaded for memories for you guys to watch. But honestly, nowadays, I just hate this movie. This movie was honestly underwhelming, in my opinion. And thank gosh Shrek Forever After came along to fix the franchise. And oh boy, we have to get prepared for Shrek 5 in 2027, which, if Shrek 5 does suck, I'm still not going to like Shrek the Third. Honestly, guys, I will say this, if Shrek 5 does suck, I'm still going to dislike Shrek the Third. That won't change my... Which, honestly, I'm still going to dislike Shrek the Third, even if Shrek 5 does suck. And if Shrek 5 surprises me, I'm still going to dislike Shrek the Third, but... Yeah. So, yeah, anyway, like I said, I give this movie a 1 out of 10. It's just not a good movie. There are any positives this movie? I meant to say, sorry. Well, I will say the Ogre Babies were kind of cute, in my opinion. Like, the Ogre Babies I'll admit were kind of cute, but... That's it, guys. But, yeah. I'd like the song Royal Pain as well. Royal Pain. Yeah. Honestly, the rest, and that scene where like the guy was like scratching Shrek's butt with a brush. Honestly, that scene was so cringeworthy. So like I said, I give this movie a 1 out of 10. It's not a good movie. This movie does not age well. I'm sorry, guys, but this movie does not age well at all. And honestly, and yes, guys, I would rather watch this movie than Trolls Band Together any day. And yeah. So yeah, like I said, it gives me 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10. Movie does not age well. I do not like this movie anymore. So yeah, thank you all for watching this Rant, and goodbye.